So guys, I'm just going to do an update from 13 weeks to 16 weeks. I think it's better this way because then I've got more information to tell you than to just say the same things every single week. So I thought I'd do it this way, and then the next video will be from 16 weeks to 20 weeks. So let's get started. At my dating scan, I was meant to get the NT scan where they check for Down syndrome and everything, but because I was only 11 weeks 5 days, she kind of didn't want to do it then because she wanted to be more accurate. So she invited me back at another date, and it was when I was 13 weeks and 2 days, and this is the scan picture we had from it. I don't know how well scan pictures will show up on this camera, but it was it looked like it was sucking its thumb. I don't know if it was, but it looked like it. And we had that, and a few days later, a week later, we got a letter back and said that there was a 1 in 11,021 chance that it'd have Down syndrome. So that's a pretty good chance, where it's I think it's below 200, it's high risk. Well, 1 in 200 and above, it's high risk, but apart from that, it's very, very low risk. So that was always good. I had some trouble with that one though. She had to poke and prod, and I had to have loads of walks and jump up and down to move the baby, but my stomach was so bruised after that, and the other 2 scans I'd had, it hadn't been bruised at all, so I was kind of annoyed at that. My fringe is annoying me. But that was that, and then a few days after I'd got that scan, I went on holiday to Greece with my boyfriend, well, my fiance. Yes, we're engaged. I might do an engagement story later on when I have my ring back because it's getting resized at the moment. And we went on holiday, and it was totally fine because I've not had morning sickness. I've had a bit of nausea, but no morning sickness. When I was out there, it was actually my teeth that caused the most problems, because when you're pregnant you get soft gums and all this kind of nasty stuff, and it just made my teeth so sore, and I was oh. But I managed to eat everything, and it was fun. And because I've not got a bump yet, people didn't know, and I just wish I'd had a bump or something. I just looked fat. Sad times. But it was a great holiday, and there was no problems at all with flying or anything, because obviously in the second trimester they say that is the best time to go on holiday, because the first trimester some people have morning sickness. I didn't, but some people do have very bad morning sickness, and in the third trimester some airlines don't let you fly, and obviously you'll be very uncomfortable because you'll be bigger. I'll talk about the little symptoms I've had over the past 4 weeks. Heartburn is annoying. I've had that so much, and I've been taking Rennies they're sweeties, and just nothing helps, and it can only get worse, I suppose. I've had cramps where obviously my uterus is more expanding, but apart from that, nothing major at all. My skin has changed though. I used to have very, very dry skin up here, but it's turned into very, very oily skin, which I could do without, but it's part of pregnancy. And yeah, so that's all for symptoms at the moment. And cravings, just wanting to eat everything really, just different craving every day. On to the news. I'm very impatient, you see, and my baby has been very, very stubborn at the past few scans, so I was kind of worried, because I know with the NHS at your 20-week anomaly scan they can check the gender, but if it's in an awkward position they won't try their hardest to try and get it. They'll be well, it's just awkward, it's not going to happen. And I'm very impatient, so I made Michael book the gender scan at 16 weeks, and so that's what we went and did. The first one that we went to, we went at 15 weeks 6 days. You're meant to get it from 16 weeks to I don't know when you can get up to, but 16 weeks. The baby was a nightmare. It just kept on moving, and well, not moving, it was just and it just didn't do anything, and it crossed its ankles at the end of it, and it's just no, you're not going to get it today. So we didn't get it that day, so we just got a few pictures though. That one, and she said they're not even the best pictures because it was just an awkward little baby, and this one is looking straight at us, kind of creepy, but it's looking straight at us. And yeah, that was that. And I was kind of gutted because I really wanted to know, but she booked us a free rescan, which I'm going to tonight. So I'll insert like later on if I find out the sex. If not, then bad times. But yeah, that's basically what's been happening. We had to pay for that scan because it is a private scan. You don't have to get it done, but I'm just very impatient, so I got it done. And that's basically all for the 16 week to 20 week. No bumps. I'm not going to do a bump shot until like 20 weeks, I think. I'm going to do a bump shot then because I have nothing. It's going harder at the bottom, but it's just not a bump yet and it just looks flabby, so no point in showing. So yeah, that's it. Bye! So, it is a girl! Just got the scan and it's not a very clear picture, but you can see the 3 lines, which means it's a girl. I was adamant it was a boy, like I was 90% sure it was a boy, and Michael was always like, no, it's a girl. Crazy. So yeah, we're having a little girl.